just want to say one word to you. Just one word.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Plastics.
Exactly how do you mean?
There's a great future in plastics. Think about it.
The open ocean. The majestic, wonderful open ocean. The area of the ocean farthest from the land. It is also referred to as the pelagic zone, the zone outside of the coastal regions. This biome is located in the oceans of the world. It is deep, dark, and even cold here. Near the surface there is light, but travel about 200 feet down and there's hardly any light left. 1,000 feet down and it's pitch black. The salinity here is approximately 32 ppt. Most of the ocean's phytoplankton live near the surface to convert sunlight into oxygen and food. This causes oxygen levels to be higher at the ocean's surface. The open ocean is a beautiful biome, but recently human impact has been affecting the beauty and functionality of the Pacific Ocean. Some of the animals found in the open ocean include sea turtles, killer whales, seals, dolphins, humpback whales, and many more. These animals are perishing due to human impact and pollution.
First, let us start with the majestic sea turtle. There are 7 main species of turtles in our oceans. Unfortunately, only 1 out of every 1,000 sea turtles born will survive to adulthood. This means turtles are an R-selected species, having a large number of offspring but very little survival. This is due to several factors, including predators and human pollution in the ocean. Humans use 500 million plastic straws every day. Many of the straws end up in our ocean, polluting the waters. As you can see here, the straws get stuck in the turtles' noses. This is obviously extremely painful, causing bleeding and making the turtles vulnerable to prey. Other plastic materials have devastating effects on the turtles. Since turtles love to eat jellyfish, a floating plastic bag may look like a delicious snack, but they have very harmful effects on the turtle. In addition to this, plastic rings from soda cans can be harmful to sea life. As seen in this picture, turtles can get caught in the rings, which over time can cause deformities in their shells. Plastics that get in the ocean break down and become microplastics, which turtles and other marine life ingest. To help save the turtles, you can reduce the amount of plastic waste you produce by using reusable straws, bags, and cutting the rings before throwing them out.
Another animal is the dolphin. Dolphins are a case-selected species having a few offspring with high survival. However, with human impact, this high survival rate could begin to decrease. Dolphins are scientifically known as Delphinidae. They are found to be some of the smartest animals. Dolphins have large, complex brains which allow them to have acute echolocation skills and to ward off rivals like sharks. Dolphins are able to teach their offspring these important survival skills. However, humans are affecting the survival of dolphins. Humans are impacting their ability to use echolocation through noise pollution. Large ships like cruises and shipping ships create noise in the ocean that can throw off a dolphin's ability to use echolocation. Dolphins also face challenges through human waste in the ocean. Dolphins typically live between 20 and 40 years old. Furthermore, they are carnivores, and some of the animals they eat have chemical toxins in their system. These toxins get passed to the dolphins. In addition, this plastic waste produced by humans in the ocean can pollute the environment they live in.
Another case-selected species having few offspring are the humpback whales, which are being hunted near Japan right now. Japan just re-legalized hunting humpback whales in the Pacific. They made it legal again because the humpback whale population has bounced back. Prior to this, the humpback whales were almost hunted to extinction. Then laws were passed to protect these animals, allowing them to make a great comeback. However, now that it is legal, there is fear that they could end up back on the endangered species list. In Japan, whales commonly eaten during festivals. In Japan's last hunt, a staggering 333 whales, both humpback and other kinds, were killed. Among those, 122 of them were pregnant females. Losing pregnant females is even more devastating because it limits the young born to replace the population. Already, we have seen that whale populations moving further north near Japan's northernmost island to avoid being caught.
Another Pacific Ocean animal is the seal. Seals are ocean mammals that live on average 30 years, but can live up to 45 years. They have few offspring, making them a case-selected species. They have a long life in oceans, but it is getting shorter due to human impact. Seals often spend time on rocks near land to avoid predators like sharks. Oftentimes, the land is near cities or humans. There are large amounts of chemicals which humans release into the ocean. Among these are PBDEs and PCBs. PBDEs stand for polybromated diphenyl ethers, which are used in flame retardants, furniture, electronics, airplanes, etc. The amount of PBDEs in the ocean is doubling every 3.5 years. PCBs, or polychlorinated biphenyls, are used in rubber, plastics, and dyes. Seals have thick blubber, which protect them from the cold. However, this allows them to absorb these toxic chemicals. These harmful chemicals are passed from generation to generation through the breast milk from the mom. In order to help the seals, we need to reduce the amount of toxins that are getting into the ocean.
Human impact is even affecting the top of the open ocean food chain, the killer whales. Killer whales are some of the fierce predators of the Arctic and Pacific Oceans. These animals are found at the top of the food chain, making them third-order heterotrophs. However, even human impact is affecting them. Killer whales eat fish, whales, and seals. Pollutants in the water have gotten into the systems of the animals these mammals eat. When they eat animals with toxic chemicals such as PBDEs, these chemicals get into their system. In addition to this, commercial fishing is causing a decrease in the number of large fish in the ocean. This limits the food the killer whales hunt, making it hard for them to find food. This causes imbalance in the food chain of the ocean ecosystem.
Some of the main plants in open ocean include kelp, various seaweed, and algae. In order for plants to grow and live, they must receive sunlight to produce food. This means that plants have to grow near the surface or edges of the open ocean. Algae is an R-selected species reproducing rapidly. Many animals such as whale sharks eat this algae. Algae is the main plant in the open ocean, and if anything happens to it, the whole open ocean food web will perish. Kelp and seaweed are case-selected, having long life expectancies for plants. These plants can live up to 10 years. These plants are vital for sea life, including hiding places for smaller animals and oxygen levels for all other plants.
An invasive species is a non-native species that is introduced to an ecosystem. This can be extremely harmful to the current flow of the ecosystem. An example of an invasive species in the open ocean is the European green crab. This crab was used as bait and has been carried on ships from Europe during trade. They can be found in the Pacific Ocean near South America and along the U.S.-Canadian coast. This type of crab competed with the other native crabs in these areas. Eventually, those crabs began to perish from this and die. This affected the animals that eat the dying crab species.
Another invasive species to the open ocean is killer algae. Killer algae was bred for aquarium trade, however, things ended up going really wrong. Dense patches of this prevented sunlight from reaching other plants, causing them to die. This also killed many other animals.
Within this biome, there are many biotic and abiotic factors that work together. Some of the abiotic factors are water, rocks, and salt. Obviously, the water is vital for the sea animal's survival. If these animals are not in the water, they will die within a matter of minutes. Most of the animals breathe through their gills. Just like human lungs do not work underwater, fish gills do not work above water. Rocks, which are another abiotic factor, are located at the seafloor and create good hiding places for smaller animals. Salt is another abiotic factor. Animals in the ocean are called saltwater fish animals. Most of these animals can only live in water with high salinity levels. The cells making up these animals have a lower amount of salt than other freshwater animals. This allows more salt from the water to flow into their cells. The diffusion of water across the cells is called osmosis, which is how these animals survive in the salt.
In conclusion, the open ocean is a vital biome which humans are quickly destroying. We must put a stop to habitat damage now if we want these animals to survive.